Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Dr. Christopher's Family Herbal Kit. This is something that I just recently ordered since I'm taking the courses. I got a student discount for getting all these herbs. Now, this bag is a bit spendy, but once you have all these herbs and ointments and tinctures on hand for your home or when you're traveling, say you go out to a cabin for a vacation, or if you're taking a vacation and you can take these things with you while you're traveling, they really do come in handy, and then you are prepared for anything that comes your way uh, during, like, say, if you have an accident, or simple first aid remedies, and also just to prevent infection, or if you get sick, just to keep your body toned up and good, to help with energy and vitality. All these herbs that are in here, the tinctures, the capsules, and the ointments and salves, really do play a big role in our health and wellness and taking care of our bodies when we're on the go or when we're at home. So today, I'm just going to go through all the herbs here. There's a list that I'm going to go through and talk about and just give you a quick summary of them all. And I'll answer any questions you guys have in the comments section. The nice thing about having this bag is it's packed and ready to go. Everything's zipped up and situated. I will leave you guys a link in the description of where to get this, or you could just call the number right here on the bag. So, alright guys, let's get into the video. So these are all the products lined up. This is the list that I'll go through for you guys real quick. That way you guys can see everything that you guys need for when you're traveling or when you're at home. You'll have everything that you need essentially for any kind of herbal home first aid and the like. But I want to kind of show you guys the bag here first. So this was kind of cool. Everything's lined here on the side here for all of your tinctures and bottles. So all your bottles will be all stuck here in place. That way they're not rolling around. They're kind of separated here. Show you the other side with all the other tinctures. That way they're stuck in place and they're not knocking against each other, causing the glass to break when you're traveling. This is a pretty good setup. It's a little crowded, but the salves can be packed on the bottom here, and then the bottle's kind of in between and just distributed throughout the bag. So I was expecting this to be a little bit bigger, but this is a pretty good size just for whatever you need and just for the amount of herbs that are in the bag. So this isn't too bad. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the herbs. If you guys have any questions about the herbs and the descriptions of what these herbs do and tinctures do, I'll answer your guys' questions in the comments in the video. I'll also leave a link for you guys for this bag in the description, and you guys can check this out for yourself on their website. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, you guys know that this is my all-time favorite from Dr. Christopher, his complete tissue and bone formula in the capsule forms. It's a synergistic blend of popular herbs for bone, flesh, and cartilage that supports the body during the healing process. As you guys know, I've used this routinely over the years. You guys have seen all the other videos that I've done on this product, and also the salve that he has. Great product for healing bones, muscles, tendons, the like. Also great for breaking up that calcium, that inorganic calcium that gets deposited into your joints, and things like bone spurs, healing it from the inside out. And then if you use the BF&C ointment as well in conjunction with this, you have a powerhouse of herbal medicine to help you rehabilitate and get well. Alright, next we have ginger root, a traditional herb for the digestive and circulatory system. This is great for any kind of nausea, so if you're traveling on the plane and you have this on hand, or if you're traveling in the car and you get nauseous, this is great for nausea, any kind of upset stomach, digestion, pre and post meals. So before you eat, you could take a little bit of ginger root to aid in your digestion, or after meal to help with any kind of gas or digestive upset. It's really great for settling the stomach. Alright, next we have the Immucalm formula. I've read up a little bit on this product, and it's an interesting one. It's a blend of herbs for calming and strengthening the immune system, popular during allergy season too. So what the Family Herbalist home healthcare book states is that it's great for people that have autoimmune disorders. It's just made up of 2 herbs, marshmallow root and astragalus. Or people that deal with any kind of sinus congestion or seasonal or if not yearly allergies. It just helps to calm your immune response dealing with those allergies or sinus congestions and the like. anybody dealing with any kind of autoimmune disorder, this is the formula for you to take and to have on hand. So this is great. It's a great part. Um, it's great for this to be a part of the Family Herbal Home Bag. So yeah, I think that this is a very interesting one. So can't wait to try it out. All right, next we have the X-INFX formula, a synergistic blend of herbs for the lymphatic system. This also helps to treat infection in the body. This is a pretty interesting one. It's a really good one. It's a good go-to for dealing with like a bacterial infection. Okay, next we have the lower bowel formula. It's a blend of herbs for the lower bowel. This is one of the staple here at the schools just for toning, healing, and getting the lower bowel, the colon specifically, to work more properly for peristaltic action, strengthening the peristaltic action of the colon, the bowels, and the movements. Over time, as you take this formula and you follow the program, what it is said is that your bowel will completely be healed. If there's anything wrong with it, even like a prolapsed transverse colon, just to give you guys an example, it will heal that over time. It may take some extra time and some extra work from the outside and using the internal work with this and the diet, maybe juice therapy and fasting, but over time, as you use this formula, this is literally food to restructure, to rebuild the bowel. It may just take some time, that's the only catch, but other than that, this has been a proven formula for many patients and cases that they've had over the years on anybody dealing with bowel problems, digestive discomforts, constipation, you name it, you guys. Not having as many bowel movements a day, just sluggish, all of this stuff, or even damage to the colon, even cancer itself. So I mean, this product here has been proven time and time again from the school and what Dr. Christopher taught, and he learned a lot of this from his patients. They had so many cases where people healed themselves in their colon from using this formula and following the program. All right, next we have slippery elm bark. It's a traditional herb to soothe the stomach. It's just straight, well-crafted slippery elm bark. Take a couple capsules if you have an upset stomach. This is a very mucilage herb. It helps to coat and soothe the mucosal membrane from basically your mouth to your esophagus to your stomach to the entire small and large intestinal lining of the body. This helps with regular bowel movements. It can help with bulk in your stool and things like that. It's a good carminative and also used as a food on the program if there were really sick patients dealing with a disease of some kind or cancer, they couldn't put any food down except juices, they would make a slippery elm gruel of this. That's what it's called, slippery elm gruel, just from this herb, and people would literally gain weight on it. It's not just a medicinal herb used for treating specific things, but it's also a food, and people can eat and thrive off of this. So this is good to have. Just use it for your stomach and any kind of digestive discomforts you have. All right, we have one of their other great formulas, the antispasmodic formula. You guys have seen me do a video on this in the past. It is a great formula for just calming the nervous system, a blend of herbs for the nervous system specifically. You guys can just refer back to that older video. It's great. It's a great blend for calming and regenerating the nerves and the nervous system of the body. So this is a great one to have on hand in the bag. Next, we have a very popular formula, Dr. Christopher's Hot Cayenne Extract. It's one of Dr. Christopher's favorite herbs and traditionally used for the circulatory system. The specific blend is used with the specific blend of cayenne at 160,000 heat units and organic habanero chili at 200,000 heat units. They recommend just using a drop. Since I've had experience with this herb, I'll use between like 3, 5 to 10 drops in a little bit of water, and I'll knock it back like a shot. So that's one easy way to use this product. It is very hot with those blends of pepper used together. This is great for bleeding. This is great for nosebleeds, drinking it internally, taking it internally to stop bleeding, even from the outside of the body. So cayenne's not to be underestimated. It's a great stimulant. It works with the circulatory system, getting the blood flowing, any kind of wounds. There's so many cases of Cayenne, people healing themselves and even saving their lives with severe emergencies that have happened from trauma, whether it was a wound from a knife or a gunshot. Cayenne has come to the rescue in stopping the bleeding so that way they could be properly taken care of once they got some medical care too, just for a specific surgery to get sewn back up again. So it's known to cauterize wounds and to stop bleeding within seconds. That's how famous and how healing this herb is. So it's great to have in the bag and great for emergencies and first aid. Next we have the Ear and Nerve formula from Dr. Christopher. It's a blend of herbs for the overall nervous system. So the reason why it's called the ear and nerve too, there's a tongue twister there. It's great to use for any kind of ear infection or any kind of damage done to the ear, alongside with the oil of garlic, which is also in this bag and I will talk about briefly too. So this blend of herbs are all nervine herbs. They all help with rebuilding the nerve tissues in the ear canal and inner ear canal. It's not advised to put in the ear if the eardrum has burst or if there's any damage there. You'll have to probably get that looked at with some medical care. But this is great for ear infections. I believe that this could help rebuild the ear though too, in my own personal opinion. But it's also what it's been used for in people regaining their hearing too, people that have gone deaf or have suffered from tinnitus and things like that. If there's any kind of infection, you would use it alongside with the oil of garlic. You'd use the oil of garlic first and then apply about 3 to 6 drops, at least 6 drops in the ears, if not both ears. Plug the ears at night and go to bed with this about 6 nights a week, taking a day off. This is perfect to have in the herbal family bag for first aid administration. And then we have Dr. Christopher's Echinacea extract. Very popular one for the immune system in a base of pure grain alcohol. So it's just straight Echinacea, Augustifolia root. This is great for boosting the immune system, as we know. It's been used for many years. Even scientific studies have shown, too, that it reduces colds and flus by about 50% if you have them. It's just a great immune booster in general, getting your T cells, B cells, the white blood cell count up. So this is great to have for colds and flus. If your patient is dealing with an infection, family, loved ones that need it for when they're sick, this is a great tincture to have on hand and with this bag when you're traveling or at home. This next formula is Dr. Christopher's Herbal Eye Formula. This has a blend of herbs in it that help with assisting in healing the eyes. They support the eyes. This specific blend of herbs is also great to use in a rubber aspirator for your ears and your sinuses. If you use this, I've been doing this routine in the shower with a rubber aspirator, so this is another way you can use the herbs to clear up your sinuses if you need to, and to just kind of clean up the ears a little bit. This is a great formula to use mainly for your eyes. It also comes with an herbal eyeglass cup. It's to be used with the herbal eye bright extract, which is what this is called too. This was the other name that it had at the time. Now it's just called the Herbal Eye Formula. This is the eyeglass cup here, Holistic Botanicals. This is a great eyeglass cup, so what you do is you basically just put the amount that's recommended on the bottle here, 10 to 15 drops, and then you fill the rest of this glass with water, and then you just lean your head back, put this over your eye, and just do eye exercises. Circles, squares, X's, T's, zigzags, as if you were swimming underwater. And you do a series of those exercises. I usually do about 10 each, and I always, and I'll also do the left and then right side with the circles, squares, X's, T's, zigzags, things like that. There's a little bit of heat with this because of the cayenne that's in here, so it smarts a little bit, but as you use it, over time, your eyes get used to the product. And this is great to do between 2 and 3 times a day. This can help with any kind of pollen or anything that you might have gotten in your eye to clean up the eye, so like sediment. So like if we're talking about a first aid situation, you'd use this to get any kind of sedimentation out. This is great for clearing up your eyes in case if you have sinus congestion and your eyes are watery and itchy, you could use this. Like I said, also to clear up your sinuses, you could use a rubber aspirator if you were traveling, use it in the shower. You could do that. This is a great formula to use for those kinds of things specifically. But the other cases that have happened, cases of cataracts, glaucoma, and blindness even, this has proven to be the one formula that has helped people regain their sight. Any kind of damage to the eye. Probably the hardest case that Dr. Christopher dealt with was a baby that was born blind. The parents wanted to look into some alternatives, so they came to him at the time. This was back in the day when he was alive. And they truly believed in the program that he had and this herbal combination. And I believe after about a year or so of being consistent, following the program faithfully, using the herbs, their baby, after about a year to 2 years of age, had regained its sight and could read and go to school. So that's just a testament to what this herbal combination can do. So great formula to have on hand for this bag when you're traveling and at home for first aid situations and just overall wellness. All right, next we have the Lobelia formula, the Lobelia alcohol extract. Straight Lobelia, serving size is just 3 drops in the mouth. This is great for the nervous system, respiratory, circulatory, and digestive system. It's made in a base of pure grain alcohol. This is great to have on hand and pair it with Cayenne when you need it. Lobelia works as a nervine, as an emetic. It helps with specifically the lungs and bronchial tubes and clearing them up. It does wonders for the body. This has even been proven at the school and in these cases of Dr. Christopher's that he's been through to help stop seizures of any kind and grand mal seizures as well. Just to kind of give you guys a summary about this herb and the beautiful properties it has and what it can do. So the good Lord has left us with a great herb to use here on this earth for those specific ailments. So yeah, this when it's paired with cayenne, cayenne's kind of the stimulant, so that brings you up to give you energy. Lobelia kind of helps to bring you down. It's your downer. It's your calmative. Helps you to get centered and grounded again when you've been through some extreme situations and such. So, but this is a great herb to have on hand for emergencies. If you're having coughing fits, any kind of say pneumonia, get fluid on the lungs, mucus, so colds, flus, allergies, sinuses, helps in those situations. Okay, next we have Dr. Christopher's Super Garlic Immune Formula. It's a blend of popular herbs favored during wintertime. So again, colds and flu season. This is a great blend of herbs here to help you get over the flu, cases of the cold, all of that goodiness there. A great formula. I want to say this was based around his plague remedy too. I could be wrong, but this is just great to have on hand for colds and flus. So again, when you're traveling, say you get sick, take a couple droppers of this, about 1 dropper serving size, and then just take it as needed to get over the cold or flu. Whether you're traveling or you're at home, great to have on hand and in your home. All right, next we have Dr. Christopher's X-Ceptic extract. This has a blend of herbs that help with fighting infection. They are a blend of herbs that have antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. So this is basically what you would use in a wound. General first aid is what is recommended. The other thing you could do too with this is if, say, you are struggling with some mouth problems, you have a tooth abscess, something happens in the mouth, you use 1 dropper full of this with a little bit of water, use it as a gargle. This will also help with anything dealing with the mouth, like a tooth abscess, like a toothache, or also say you have an infection in the throat, you have a sore throat. This will help to clear that up as you use it as a gargle, and then just spit it out. It's not meant to be taken internally, just to use externally or in that kind of a situation. So X-Ceptic is great for wounds, and like I said on the list, it will help with, has a blend of herbs that help have antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, and antifungal properties in them. So yeah, this is great to have on hand for home and when you're traveling. Next, we're going to get into the oils. We have Dr. Christopher's Glandular System Massage Oil. This is a synergistic blend of herbs for the glandular system. I believe it is his famous mullein leaf and lobelia and a base of pure extra virgin olive oil extract. So the famous fomentation for 3 parts mullein, 1 part lobelia. This is something that you could rub around your glands, like around your neck, if you have swollen lymph nodes in the neck area. Put like a hot rag, or you could use this in a fomentation of mullein and lobelia. 3 parts mullein, 1 part lobelia to make this fomentation. Lay that overnight or during the day, 3 times a day, 6 nights a week, until you get the results of your glands going back to normal size. That's what this particular formula is famous for, and then also using the fomentation from the cases that Dr. Christopher has dealt with. Again, this is great to have at home in your herbal family bag, or when you're traveling if you have swollen lymph nodes. Use this, massage it on, use a hot warm rag, keep some heat on it at night, use it during the day, throughout the day, and wait for your lymph nodes to go back to normal size. This will help with that. Next, for the oils, we have the oil of garlic extract. Fresh garlic bulb, a base of pure extra virgin olive oil, and pure tea tree essential oil as a preservative. Use about 1 dropper. So, like I'd said earlier, for the ear and nerve, this is great to use with it. The oil of garlic is an herbal supplement for the circulatory, immune, respiratory, and digestive system. So this is great to use if you're treating the ears for the infection that I told you about. You would use this first, then use the ear and nerve tincture to follow that up, and put the cotton balls in your ears. Do that about 6 nights a week until the infection is gone or so, or until the infection is gone. The other thing you could use with this oil of garlic, you could rub it on topically. You will smell of garlic. I can actually smell this from here. I smell it from the bag. When I first opened this up, I thought I smelled garlic. So this was it. This was the tincture. This was the oil. So it is fairly strong. You could rub this on your feet if you are sick, and then put a pair of wool socks over them at night if you don't care, a pair that you don't care for, and use it that way to help you get over a cold or flu, because it helps with that. Garlic has been known to help with that, as well as just eating garlic. About 3 to 4 cloves is equivalent to an adult antibiotic. So you could eat that during the day or at night, and that will also help you get over a cold or flu. This oil of garlic you could probably rub on the chest, and then wrap some gauze, an old towel, a cotton flannel, what have you. Wrap it in some saran wrap so that way the oil doesn't leak through, and use that on your chest to break up any kind of congestion. The feet are typically one of the main things that it's used for, as far as the school teaches. Rubbing it on the bottoms of your feet when you're sick, it's perfect for that. So yes, the oil of garlic comes in handy when you're traveling or when you're at home and you need it. It's great to have on hand for colds and flus. All right, next we're going to get into the ointments. We have the Complete Tissue and Bone Ointment. Talked about this on the channel. A synergistic blend of popular herbs for bone, flesh, and cartilage that supports the body during the healing process. This is a great blend of herbs to use. I've used this many times. It's been used for bones, healing muscles. You could even put this in cuts. My current job sold a container of this to a lady, and she had a cut in her finger. She just put the ointment right into the cut and then just bandaged it like normal. General first aid, and her cut healed within a few days. That's all it took. So this formula is tried and true. Also, when you take it with alongside with the capsules, it also gives you even more of a healing benefit too. For more severe condition, you could also put this on your arthritic joints, places where maybe you have tumors or cysts. It will assist in breaking those up over time and getting your body back to normal. Healing the body and creating that healing that you're looking for. So again, didn't want to talk about this one too long. I've talked about it many times. It's a great herbal formula that I've used over the years and I still continue to use. So again, this is great to have when you're traveling if you have accidents. This is great to have at home too for general first aid if you have accidents too, for cuts and wounds, bruising, even broken bones. Before you maybe take somebody to the hospital, you rub this on the outside and the bone's not protruding. This will kind of help get things going. It'll help to, you know, get the formula, get the cells to start rebuilding themselves. So then, of course, you know, get the bone set right. So, and then just continue to use this, depending if you have a cast or not. But yeah. So again, complete tissue and bone, very famous formula, great to have when you're traveling or at home for your first aid. Next, we have the Sensi Rub. This is a blend of herbs for the sinuses. I wouldn't recommend rubbing this directly on the face, but this is something that you would apply to the chest. It's just a small bottle here. It's great for also muscle soreness and tightness and tension in the head, congestion in the head and the lungs. This is perfect to rub on the chest. Children can use this too. One recommendation that they will say is that you rub a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on the chest, say if that's where you're going to apply it onto, say, a baby or a small child, and then rub this on, just because the essential oils are really strong. It brings more blood flow to the skin, so it turns the skin red, or it can do that. Played around with this one so far since I've had it, and what I've found is that it does give me some relief from like pain for muscles, you know, like cramping in the hands, cramping in the muscles, Charlie horses, things like that, or just general muscle soreness from, say, exercise, overexertion. It helps to take the pain away, and it does a good job of doing that. So this is great to have when you're traveling if you have bangs or bruises, or if you're dealing with sinus congestion, use this. It's just a great blend of herbs to use in those kinds of conditions, or even we could say colds and flus. If you have congestion in the lungs and in the throat, this would be great to kind of open up those airways and get more blood flow to that area, and just to help you breathe better, especially with sinuses too. It just opens up those passages in the air, so in the head. So this is a great product to use for your sinus congestion and such. Very powerful, and it's not to be used too often, but just used in those times where you're really congested. So again, great for the sinuses, and I would even recommend it for colds and flus. So this is great for travel and to have at home for first aid care and when you're sick. And then next we have is the Plantain Ointment. It's just wild-crafted plantain leaf and a base of pure extra virgin olive oil and beeswax. This product is a blend of herbs used for skin discomfort and bites. This has also been used for any kind of infection from a wound. So what you could do, say you stepped on a rusty nail, you cut yourself with an older looking knife by accident or what have you, any kind of that situation, you just put some of the salve into the wound and the cut, wrap it with general first aid, and it will prevent the area or the blood from getting infected and traveling, you know, through the limb and such. There's been many cases of Dr. Christopher's patients using this, and him using this on his patients to prevent infections and saving their lives, saving their arms or their legs, their feet, their toes, their fingers, all of that stuff. So this is a great and all-time, very popular, useful formula for those kinds of situations. And again, this is great to have when you're traveling if you have those kinds of accidents, or to have it at home for that general first aid that you're looking for and that you need in those times. So those times for that. But yeah, so this is a great formula to use. So that is it, you guys. This is the Herbal Family Kit. This is a great thing to have on hand, especially when you need it in those emergencies, you guys. So I highly recommend getting it. And I couldn't recommend these herbs any more to you than what I have already. So yeah, please look into it for yourselves and let me know what you guys think about all these wonderful products. And that will wrap up the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a great day. Peace.